day 21, November 8th. We got off to a late start this morning. We had some technical issues with a computer exporting yesterday's episode. So we chose to stay close to the office. We're only just a couple hundred yards from my office. This is a good spot though. Over the years, I've put a lot of stand time in, right in this little ridge top. And during this time of the year, we've had some really good hunts here. In fact, I believe I've killed a couple bucks out of this stand, quite a few does. The only problem is, it was really still this morning. Almost no wind at all. And there's a alfalfa field about 125, 150 yards away. There must have been a couple of does out on there because they heard us come in, and then of course they started blowing. So we didn't get in clean, and that might work against us, who knows. I mean, during the rut, bucks are on the move, so something could come from, a good ways away and cruise up in here. It's a light wind. Again, we dealt with inaccurate wind forecasts. The one that Drake is using, that had west switching to southwest. And then the one I looked at said straight east. Well, it's kind of southeast maybe. So I think you have to kind of wing it a little bit when it comes to wind. I think you have to go out and test the wind rather than relying on these forecasts. That's what we're going to start doing. It may not be a long sit, but hopefully it'll be a quality one. We've got some work that we have to do in the office today, and I want to get back out to our afternoon setup a little bit earlier. So we're going to bail. It's only, I think it's about 10 o'clock or so, which is way too early for this time of the season to be leaving a morning hunt. But like I said, we've got some stuff we've got to do. This afternoon, we're going to go down to, we call it the Big Bottom. But there's a big field that was planted to beans, and the deer wiped it out. But there's a real nice patch of big and beastie down there that's within range of a tree stand. And we should be able to see a lot. And maybe some does will pop out on that big and beastie plot and bring a buck out there. But that's going to should be a fun afternoon spot. So next time you see us, we're going to be heading into that tree stand.
Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by RK Tractors, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, Wasp Archery, Spot Hog Releases, RTP Outdoors, America's Best Bowstrings, Hoyman Tree Saws, and Realtree.
For the afternoon hunt, we're going to go down to that Big Bottom, like I mentioned this morning, from the tree stand. And some years I've got stuff planted in there, but this year it just didn't take. Well, it took, but the deer got their fair share. But there's a small plot there, and there's a lot of timber around this. We're hoping to at least see some deer crisscrossing on this thing, maybe to call in, or if we're lucky, something will come up to that big and beastie patch that we can get a close range opportunity. If nothing else, it's going to be a spot where we can see hopefully a few deer that we haven't seen yet this year or gotten trail camera pictures of. So it's breezy. They're saying up to a 15 to 20 mile per hour maximum wind speed out of the south. So by the time we get down in there, our scent will have blown into a little bit of cover, but it won't be too bad. Most of it's still going to be on the upwind side of us. So I'm going to grab my stuff here and get walking. We were just talking up in the tree, and it sure seems like we're not seeing as many deer on these evening sits as what we would like. The mornings have been good. We're seeing quite a few deer in the mornings, but it's been pretty dead for us in the evenings, so we've got to change up what we're doing. I think I said yesterday that we weren't going to hunt the open fields anymore. Somehow that didn't register because we came right back out and sat on the edge of one. But this is one of those spots where I thought we would see bucks crossing because there's a lot of timber around this. I didn't really think they were going to come in here to feed that much, but I thought we'd sure see some bucks on the move. And there's still 45 minutes left, so we may, but we have to come up with a plan of getting deeper into the cover, or at least hunting those little small, kind of tucked away, secluded, I call them staging area plots or micro plots back in the timber. Those can be really good in the evenings too, but sitting on these big fields just hasn't been working for us. Tomorrow, we tried to pull up a wind forecast and we couldn't get reception down here. So I'm not sure what we're going to do in the morning, but we're definitely going to be back into the timber someplace again like we were this morning. And with the right wind, at some point we're going to go back after that one-eyed buck. He's a pretty cool deer. Be sure to check back with us again tomorrow. We're going to stick with this, see if we can find a good buck to show you. He just needs to live about 2 or 3 more years.